I thought that my life was going to end in 1988. And they said, there's black and white, there's no gray for you anymore. You know, do you want to live or do you want to die? I decided I want to live.
You think about all kinds of crazy things when you're laying there in the hospital. How am I going to do? How am I going to do this? How will I be able to go out in public?
You know, what kind of clothes was I going to be able to wear, and taking care of it, was it going to require a lot of care? And
there are tears sometimes, and there are doubts, and there are questions, and there are insecurities.
I should have had the operation sooner, because life was 1,000% better after the surgery.
You are watching this program because you or someone you love has had surgery that resulted in an ostomy. You probably have many questions about your new stoma and how you will take care of yourself. Or maybe you have concerns that this surgery will change your lifestyle. The fact is, nearly 77,000 people in the United States undergo ostomy surgery every year, and many continue to lead very active and fulfilling lives. This program was created to help answer some of the questions you may have, such as, why was this surgery necessary? What can I expect after surgery? How do I empty and change my pouch? And what do I need to know for day-to-day living? We will review each of these questions and share views and experiences from people just like yourself, so that you can see that an active lifestyle is possible with an ostomy.
A person has an ostomy, sometimes called a stoma, to cure or ease the symptoms of a disease that occurs in the digestive or urinary tract system. In this program, we will focus on ostomies that are related to the digestive system. Let's start by looking at what happens to the food you eat so that you will understand how your new ostomy will function. During the digestive process, food is passed from the stomach into the small bowel, where nutrients from the food are absorbed. Hours later, the food is passed into the large bowel, or colon, where water is absorbed and stool changes from liquid to solid. Stool is then pushed through the colon and leaves the body through the anus. With an ostomy, a portion of the bowel is rerouted to an opening on the surface of your abdomen or belly. The word ostomy means opening. If the opening is created in the portion of the small intestine called the ileum, then the stoma is called an ileostomy. An opening in the large intestine or colon is called a colostomy. The part of the bowel that you see on the abdomen is called a stoma. It is the bowel turned inside out like a sock, and just like the inside of the mouth, it is red and moist. There are no nerve endings, so there are no feelings of pain. Like the gum tissue of the mouth, there may be a small amount of bleeding, for example, when you change your pouch. After surgery, the stoma may be swollen, but it will shrink to a smaller size within 6 to 8 weeks as it heals.
Prior to surgery, you had the sensation of needing to have a bowel movement. Now, as a result of the surgery, you will no longer have control of your bowel movements and will wear a pouch on your abdomen to collect the stool.
Either before the surgery or soon after, you will meet a specially educated nurse called a wound ostomy continence nurse or enterostomal therapy nurse, who we will refer to in this program as an ostomy nurse. Your ostomy nurse will educate and support you in all aspects of ostomy care.
After my surgery, I had an idea of what to expect. I mean, you know, the fact that I had to wear a bag and it was going to need to be changed, it was going to need to be emptied. The nurses came out to the house a couple times after my surgery and really helped me with that. Gave me some good ideas of different pouches to try out, how to care for it. And so after that, it was pretty easy.
You can expect your ostomy to begin to function 2 to 5 days after surgery. The way your stool will look will depend on the type of ostomy you have.
A normal byproduct of waste leaving your body is gas and a certain amount of odor. At first, you may experience more gas than usual as your gastrointestinal tract is emptied from the operation. At times, when the gas escapes, you may even hear a noise, just as you might hear when gas escapes from the anus.
The minute that I hear that noise, and I'm sure mostly people don't hear it before me because I know it's coming, I'll take my forearm and I just put my forearm real lightly over my stoma, and that stops the noise completely.
As an ostomist, we always think that we smell. Odor does not come up when you're just sitting in your normal seat, Odor is when you go and empty the bag. That's the only place. But when you empty the bag, you're inside the bathroom. So this is where you go and take care of it there by either a match or air freshener or some of these drops.
Ostomy pouches are available in many different styles. In the hospital, you may wear a clear pouch so that your caregivers can monitor your stoma. However, you may wish to switch to an opaque pouch after leaving the hospital. There are many pouch options, and you will find the pouch that's right for you. There are two main types of pouches. A drainable pouch allows you to empty your stool periodically during the day. They are available in different styles that allow you to either clamp the end closed or fold the end and secure with a built-in Velcro closure. A closed pouch, on the other hand, can be thrown away as needed. Be sure to discuss this option with your ostomy nurse. All pouches are made of clear or beige plastic with cloth backing, are held to the skin by an adhesive, and are odor-proof. Some even have a filter that deodorizes the gas as it passes through the pouch. All pouches are lightweight and are designed so they cannot be seen under clothing.
I'm happy I can wear a pair of jeans. I laid in the hospital thinking, man, I'm never going to be able to wear a pair of jeans again. That's like my uniform of the day.
I am able to wear my nice pants or skirts and things like that, and it's fine.
There was a person who I had to explain the other day to him. He said, you don't have a stoma. I said, no, yes I do. He didn't believe it because you can't see it.
Really, I'm the only one who knows that it's there, so.
There are also two main types of pouching systems. The one-piece system has a pouch and adhesive that attach to the body as a single unit. In a two-piece system, the pouch and adhesive are separate and attached by snapping the pouch onto the adhesive. A two-piece system will allow you to remove and replace the pouch without removing the adhesive. Up until recently, a locking mechanism was the only option. However, there are now coupling systems applied with an adhesive like this one.
Went from using a one-piece appliance to a two-piece appliance. And I believe that the Coloplast product that I'm using now, with the flange and the detachable pouch, it gave me back a sense of myself. Even though I still wear an appliance, it's not as if I was attached to that appliance completely all the time, 24/7.
Your ostomy nurse has selected the type of system that suits you best at this time. However, over time, your stomach contours or needs may change, and your ostomy nurse may recommend another type of system.
One of the first things your ostomy nurse will teach you is how to empty your pouch. The best time to empty your pouch is when it is 1/3 full, or whenever you feel it is needed for comfort or convenience. However, it's best not to allow the pouch to fill more than halfway, since this can make emptying the pouch more difficult. While in the hospital, the nurse may have you empty your pouch into a container rather than the toilet. To empty your pouch, begin by holding up the end of the pouch, then open the Velcro closure or unfasten the clamp. If using a pouch with a clamp, you can fold up or cuff the end of the pouch to help keep the opening clean. If using a pouch with a Velcro closure, cuffing is not necessary. Regardless of which pouch you have, drain the contents into the container. Then wipe the end of the pouch with a tissue by using a sliding movement away from the body. Be sure to get all the stool off the end of the pouch. This will help prevent odor. Finally, if you have a pouch with a Velcro closure, bend the small foam plate over the large foam plate. Roll the end of the pouch in 2 more times until the Velcro is visible. Then lay the Velcro tabs in place and press together. If you have a pouch with a clamp, uncuff the end of the pouch and replace the clamp. Once the pouch is closed, the pouch will once again be odor-proof.
Once you're out of the hospital and are moving around with less discomfort, You may find it more convenient to simply empty your pouch directly into a toilet. Practice these easy steps at home, and you will find that emptying your pouch in any restroom will be simple, fast, and discreet.
Sit back on the toilet and place the end of the pouch between your legs, or stand and lean over the toilet. To prevent splashing, place tissue into the toilet or empty the pouch while flushing. Then simply follow the same cleaning steps as demonstrated earlier. If you are concerned about odor, you may find it beneficial to use liquid deodorizing drops in the pouch or spray a deodorizer in the air.
When I feel that my pouch is full to the point I want to empty it, I, of course, head to the toilet. It's no problem. Undo the clip, drop the continents, and then clean it up with a piece of toilet paper, and it's really no problem.
As far as going into a public restroom, it's exactly the same as before. The only difference is you're just doing something a little differently than other people do it. That's all.
When you first leave the hospital, you may change the pouching system every 3 to 5 days, depending on your comfort and security. How long a pouch is worn will depend on your body, how active you are, how much output you have, and the type of pouch you use. Some people find that the mornings are a good time for changing the pouch before eating and drinking when the stoma is not active. Others take advantage of a quiet time during their day. You will find the routine that works best for you.
When changing your pouch, make sure all of your supplies are within reach. These may include soft paper towels or a washcloth, warm water, a new pouch and adhesive, and if recommended by your ostomy nurse, paste and pouch deodorant. Begin with an empty pouch. Gently remove the adhesive, working slowly from the top to the bottom. Push down on the skin as you lift off the adhesive. Never rip or tear off the adhesive, since this could cause your skin to become red or sore. Place the used pouch in a disposable bag, offered by some manufacturers in their pouch boxes, or in a sealable plastic bag, and dispose of in a waste receptacle. Never flush a pouching system down a toilet. Next, use a soft paper towel or washcloth to wash and rinse the peristomal skin, which is the skin around the stoma. If you choose to use soap, use a mild soap without glycerins, oils, or deodorants. You may choose to clean the peristomal skin in the shower while you bathe. Whichever you choose, be sure to rinse thoroughly, as soaps, lotions, and creams can irritate skin or prevent the adhesive from sticking. Finally, pat the skin dry.
This is a good time to look at the stoma and the skin around it. The peristomal skin should look like the skin on the rest of your body, and the stoma should look red and moist. If it looks different to you or concerns you, contact your ostomy nurse. If you see some bleeding on the stoma, don't be alarmed. Some bleeding is normal.
During the 6 to 8 weeks after your operation, your stoma will decrease in size as it heals. Measure the stoma once a week during this time, and after this time, at least once a month. Take the measuring guide provided to you by your ostomy nurse and place it over your stoma. Using this measurement, trace the size and shape of the stoma onto the tracing guide and cut it out. The opening should be the same size as the stoma. Next, remove the protective paper from the adhesive. Center the adhesive around the stoma and press firmly against the skin. Warming the adhesive with your hands helps it adhere to the body. If your stoma becomes active during the pouch change, wipe the stool away with a tissue, as your skin must be clean and dry while putting on the adhesive. Make sure the Velcro closure or clamp is securely fastened. Finally, if you are using a 2-piece system, attach the pouch at this time. If you have questions or problems changing your pouch, ask your home health provider or ostomy nurse for assistance.
At first, there was a little getting accustomed to the ostomy and the management and the maintenance of it. And really, once you get used to it, there's nothing to it. You just go on your day, and it's like anything else that you would put in your day.
It's a lot less of a burden than I thought it was going to be. You know, it doesn't require a lot of care. I mean, it takes me probably 5 minutes to clean my stoma and change the bag, so, which is good because I'm constantly going with these two.
After the operation, you may need some time to regain your energy before resuming activities. Your surgeon or ostomy nurse may advise some limitations for a period of time, but these will be due to the surgery, not your ostomy. Here are a few tips that may help make the transition easier in your day-to-day living.
You'll come back. You honestly will. You'll be surprised at how the physical human body itself comes back. Once that happens, then your head kind of comes around, and mentally you have to accept everything, and I guess that's the tough part. It's all up to you, but you will come back.
Well, at the beginning you might do some changes in your life just to adapt to it, but then after a while it becomes a natural part of you. You really need the support of people who understand what's going on in your life and what's going to happen to you, you know. I start working with our chapter here, which are part of United Ostomy, and I felt, gosh, this is really good. It's not just me here, you know, having this thing. And people came in. The support is not just support for me. I found out it was support for the whole family.
I think that the support is essential. And the more support you have, the better it is. If you have a husband and he understands and it's a loving relationship, it can be made to be even a better relationship. The ostomy has no bearing whatsoever on our intimacy and our lovemaking and our life.
You may have concerns as to when you can resume physical activity, such as exercising. Once your strength returns, you can enjoy the same things you did before your operation, even swimming and playing sports. Your surgeon will tell you when you can resume these activities.
Anything I want to do, I can do. I'm not great in swimming, but when the grandkids come around, we have a pool at our condo, and I'll jump in and enjoy it immensely.
We were in Florida this past February, and, you know, it was fine. I went swimming, went in the ocean, you know, was wearing my bathing suit on the beach, and it wasn't, you know, it wasn't a problem at all.
And I do absolutely everything that I used to do. I travel, I'm a boater, I am active in Pilates, and I walk, and I have my bicycle. And so there's just, there's nothing that I don't do that I did do before.
In addition to advising you on physical activity, your doctor may put you on a special diet or caution you against specific foods. Also be aware that some of the foods you eat can produce gas. These include, but are not limited to, carbonated beverages, broccoli, cabbage, and onions. In addition, there are foods that can cause odor in your stool, such as fish, cheese, or garlic.
It is important for your health that you drink plenty of fluids every day. If you have had an ileostomy, you will need to drink more fluids than before in order to keep your body properly hydrated. For either an ileostomy or colostomy, be sure to check with your doctor before adding medications to help you with constipation or diarrhea.
Returning to work can be a challenge after major surgery. Some people have concerns about discussing their operation with their coworkers. Talk about it only if it makes you comfortable to do so.
You don't need to tell anyone if you don't want to. But it's nice to tell the people, at least the people closest to you, so in case there's an emergency or something, there's an understanding what you have to go through.
To be honest, I'm pretty open with the fact that I have an ileostomy. You know, most people at work know. I have just supplies to change the bag if I ever would need to. In the 10 months that I've had it, I've only had to do that once, and it was at work, and again, it was not a big deal.
Your physician or ostomy nurse will provide you with information on how and where to get your supplies. This may depend on your private insurance carrier or on Medicare or Medicaid reimbursement. For example, Some plans will limit the amount of supplies you can buy at a time, and even the manufacturers available to you. Be sure to check your insurance guidelines before ordering.
Don't wait until you're out of supplies to order, as they may take a few days to arrive. As a general rule, when you've gone through half a box of supplies, place your order, and always measure your stoma first to make sure you order the correct size. And if you're traveling, remember to plan ahead. You'll want to take more than enough supplies for the duration of your trip.
I always carry an extra change of appliance and flange and some of the supplementary products that are used as well. It's no different than carrying a razor and a toothbrush and a tube of toothpaste and a can of shaving cream. No different, honestly.
We hope this program has helped you and answered some of your questions. It may take some time to adjust to your new ostomy. If at first it seems overwhelming or you have questions, remember this: you are not alone. You have several sources to tap into, such as your ostomy nurse. Coloplast consumer specialists can assist you with product and reimbursement questions, as well as the United Ostomy Association, a group of people with ostomies who can provide education and support. Together, you can create a plan that will help you feel more comfortable, confident, and in control.
There's good life after surgery.
The big thing that helped me was that I got well again. If you can be healthy and if you can live your life and care for the ostomy, then it's simple, it's easy. Well, the ileostomy didn't change my lifestyle, the babies did.
Things are not as they were before, they're better. They're better because of what you go through in life, you learn what's important in life.
My ostomy gave me my new life that kept me going for the next 14 years now, and I hope I will stay as long as 100.
You can let life circumstances dictate to you the manner in which you live your life, or you can dictate to yourself. There's a lot of long bike rides in my future, most definitely.